Why is it that we have 1,000 songs for a broken heart, but almost none for a fading friend? We have rituals for saying goodbye to lovers. Yet, when a best friend slowly drifts away, there is only a heavy, hollow silence. You didn't fight. No one betrayed anyone. You just looked up one day and realized the thread was gone. For many women, this friendship fade is the quietest grief we carry. It leaves us wondering if we are the only ones still trying to hold on. Today, we are going to look at why this happens. We will learn to stop blaming ourselves for the silence. Think back to being a young girl, standing in that quiet, empty house after school. You were likely the flexible child who learned to manage her own loneliness. You didn't want to be a burden, so you didn't demand attention when your friends changed groups or moved away. You became the one who checked in on everyone else. You were the reliable anchor in every social circle. But in that process, you learned a dangerous lesson. You learned that your value was based on how easy you were to leave behind. You started carrying an invisible backpack of social debt. You felt like you had to earn your place through constant, invisible effort. As adults, this quiet drift stretches across decades, years spent raising children, building careers, or caring for aging parents. One day, you find an old photo album or a handwritten letter from 30 years ago. You look at her face, remembering when you shared every secret. Now, you don't even know her number. Or maybe you cross paths unexpectedly at a store. You share a warm hug, swap quick updates, and promise, "We must get coffee soon." But as you walk away, a quiet ache sets in. You both know that soon is just a polite fiction. The silence didn't happen because you stopped caring. Life simply took over, leaving you on opposite sides of an unspoken distance. When that quiet ache sets in, your mind goes into survival mode. This is where the background apps in your mind start to drain you. Even when you aren't talking to her, your brain is running a social monitor app. It is constantly checking, did I text back fast enough? Was I too much? Are they mad? Your invisible backpack is now overflowing with the heavy, jagged stones of should-haves. You feel responsible for the silence, as if friendship is a machine that only you must maintain. But a friendship is a bridge. You cannot hold up both sides by yourself without breaking. The shift begins when you realize that some friendships are seasonal. That is not a failure on your part. They were beautiful for the time they lasted, but they aren't meant to be carried like a burden into your future. You don't have to earn your place by being the only one reaching across the silence. You can finally unclip the heavy, fraying straps of that backpack. Feel the sudden, cool lightness in your shoulders. Notice how much easier it is to breathe when you stop managing everyone else's distance. You are finally making room for the people who are ready to meet you halfway. If you felt this silence, I am glad you're here. You aren't alone in this wait. If you're ready to stop carrying the social load, hit subscribe. When was the last time a friendship faded, and how did you handle the silence? Let's talk in the comments.